Hi, I wanted to give a quick update and show you how everything is doing. It is the end of June and it's been extremely hot here in my area. And we haven't had a lot of rain. It keeps going by, but it is to the north of us and to the south of us, but not in my area. So hopefully we don't go into a drought, but we'll see. Hope everything is doing well though. So yeah, everything is still blooming really nicely. Rose campion, that's the pink ones right here. And then the St. John's wort doing very nice. We've got the dianthus all blooming. Then we got the calendula, which has started to bloom. So that's showing some very nice little flowers there and lots of buds. And we've got the Gara starting to bloom also. Very pretty pink flowers. Then we've got the lavender still blooming beautifully and transplants doing well. The coreopsis still coming in slowly but looking very healthy. Here are the 3 spirea shrubs, and I did just trim them back and shape them up. They were starting to go a little wild, so got them more into shape. The hyssop, I believe it's putting on some blooms. It's grown pretty big. Yep, here I see one right here, right there. So that'll be probably flowering in a few weeks. And here's the catmint. I did cut this one back because it was flopping a lot, but it still has some blooms on it, and it's got a lot of growth in the center that'll be coming in, so I think that'll help it along. The Shasta daisies are amazing. They are really putting on a really nice show. Sorry for the wind. So yeah, those are looking very nice. And then we've got the yarrow. Blooms are filling in, and my husband did catch a bunny eating this. But lots of blooms still, plenty to be shared. It's supposed to be rabbit resistant, so that's kind of interesting that the rabbit was eating it. But the powwow came in beautifully, gorgeous pink, bright pink flowers. A lot more going to show up in the next couple weeks. The Radecchia cherry brandy, beautiful. Just that color looks really pretty. And another powwow here, also lots of blooms. And yeah, bed is looking quite beautiful. This bed here, doing well, coming in slowly. The Millennium Allium has lots and lots of buds now. So this will put on a really nice show when it blooms. Got a couple of the lily salmons. They're growing in slowly. And then gladiolas back there, still looking fine. Not seeing anything that indicates a bloom, but maybe in a few weeks. And then the Millennium Allium's doing good here. The lily back here. The buds, they look like they might open in, I don't know, maybe a week. Then over here, this hydrangea put on some blooms. So look at that beautiful bright pink color. So pretty. This is the first time it's ever bloomed for me. So I'm very happy and excited about that. And then these lilies came in and bloomed. That is gorgeous. These are the lily centerfolds. So they came in just gorgeous. Look at that. That is beautiful. And then more gladiolas. Again, lots of leaves. Not really seeing where the flowers are going to be, but I'm sure they'll come in. Okay, this bed here is doing nice. We've got the big crepe myrtle here, which is filling in. Then the Veronica, blooming still beautifully. Just putting on a very nice show, along with the Rose Campion. This Rose Campion is like the biggest one, and it just looks amazing. The Vincas are quite slow to really do much of anything. I mean, they're flowering, but they're not filling in the bed, which, I don't know, maybe over the course of the summer it will fill in better. And then this Veronica here, unfortunately, it's flopping in the middle there, and I think it might have something to do with the sprinkler. There's a little bee over here enjoying the flower. I love to see that. That is great. They do love the Veronicas. It's just great. They're all buzzing around this flower. So yeah, this is doing nice. And then we've got this other crepe myrtle. This one is infested with aphids. It happened last year as well. I ordered some lace wing eggs. I think I'll be getting them by the end of the week. So hopefully that'll help me out with these aphids. It's pretty bad. And then I have the squash, or zucchini, however you want to call it, that I planted. One is green, one is red. I don't know which one's which. I forgot to label them. But yeah, these came in very, very slow, but now they're starting to put on some real growth. So very excited about that. And then the extra ones that were in the pot, I actually popped them out and I put them in the ground in a couple of different places. I wanted to see how well they would do. They're doing okay, but you know, these definitely took off, and the ones in the ground are a little behind. Maybe it's because I did transplant them. And then in here, I have some lantana at the bottom there. But I added some of the strawberry bare roots I bought. And unfortunately, once again, as similar to some of the other things like the astilbe, I'm afraid they might be all dead. But you never know. One or two might pop up. So we'll see. Otherwise, that's a big lesson learned. Take care of things after you bought them, because you don't just leave them in the bag. Don't just leave them there to dry out. So yeah. And then over here on this bed here, we've got all the dahlias still coming in. So this one I think will be filling in very slowly. I think a lot of these plants are going to be more of, you know, end of July maybe, where we will really start seeing some blooms. So that one's probably the best dahlia plant. It's looking the best out of all of them. Zinnias are growing quite nicely, I think. Some of them are looking a little bigger than the others. There was a sunflower back there that got trampled on or something. But yeah, I mean, they look okay. Everything seems to be doing well. These sunflowers are doing very nice. These are from Floret Farm. The seeds, they're, I think, ruby red, maybe. The hollyhocks have put on a lot of beautiful growth. So I was reading up on them. I believe they're biennial, and so I think they'll put on the leaves this year and then bloom next year. But the cosmos, they all look quite healthy and looking very good. These are a lot of other dahlias as well that should be coming in. That is not a dahlia. Then we have here the astilbe, and this one is looking good. Lots of stems that will put out some flowers. So that'll be very nice to see. I moved the coleus over here because it was getting scorched by the afternoon sun. So I think it'll do better here. So I hopefully we'll see some growth. This astilbe that was coming in, I got eaten a couple of times. It keeps trying to push out some leaves, but I don't know how much success we're going to have with that. I think it might be a goner. And then this one here was the fern, but it keeps getting eaten up. So I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to see that one again. And then back there I do have a Japanese painted fern. Kind of forgot what these three are. These grasses. So I'll put the name up because I don't remember right now. And then way back there is a hosta, which usually gets eaten up. But we sprayed it quite a bit and it seems to be surviving this year. So this bed is doing fantastic. These hydrangeas just look absolutely amazing. Just beautiful flower show. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Really loving this. They just keep on putting on more growth and just looking quite beautiful. Over here, back here, this one is starting, the center is looking like little purple flowers. So it's like a mix of like pink and purple. Really love it. That's so pretty. So many bees on it now too. So doing really well. And then over here, you'll see my fairy garden throughout this bed. You can see I have a video up of a little fairy garden tour. That is a viola, and I had cut it back because it was getting very leggy, so it's starting to put back some blooms. Foxgloves, they're still putting out some blooms, but I think we're definitely nearing the end here. I've got a makeshift bird bath, really. It's just a flower pot with the terracotta base and filled it with some water, and the birds were taking some baths earlier and taking some drinks, so that was really cute to see. My neighbor, I ran into her the other morning, and she said in her garden she had some hens and chicks, so she gave me a bunch, and I put them in a couple different places to see where they would do well. So I put one there, and I think that might be the best place for it, but I did put another one over here. This one had a couple attached together, so a few of them in there. Put 3 more over here, another spot that I think it will do well there, and then one in my fairy garden pot with some other type of succulent I have. This one usually does well for me. So yeah, it looks really, really cute. And then this bed here, the verbena is doing well. Everything is actually doing pretty well. The verbena looks like I do have to deadhead it because otherwise I think it may not bloom anymore if I don't. Yeah, everything's looking very nice in this bed and thriving. So this bed is doing well. Heucheras, all still beautiful. Still showing lots of bloom stalks, and the one in the back actually put some out as well. I was thrilled to see that. And then the hydrangeas just getting bigger by the day and putting on lots of gorgeous blooms. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. This is doing so well. And then back here I have a begonia. This is part of my bulb haul and from Walmart. So yeah, I think hopefully it'll put on some flowers. But I mean, it seems to be doing okay. Coming in slowly. That's it for this update, and thank you again for joining me. Bye.